Well, being on the board, you have close relationships with the principals and teachers of the schools. So being a representative of the school that my kids come from, you have opportunities to have conversations with them on multiple levels, whether it be what's happening on MPUE at the time or even what's going on in the classroom. There's a better chance of extending that conversation further.
Manitoba Parents for Ukrainian Education have done an amazing job getting our kids to go to different places like the legislature or Leo Mole Gardens or Vegreville, and I think that having our schools part of that just gets us out in the world and gets them to know us.
Progressing all the time with new events organized, with all the contributions from parents and all the input we all work together for, so it's, I think, it's constantly growing and progressing.
The education is important, but it, for me, with them was always secondary. I think what they brought in the cultural aspect is what made it extra special and made learning easier.
It's not only about the culture and the Ukrainian benefit, but it's also just building up your little toolkit or people that can help you should the need arise.
It's the genuine effort that each educator puts into their time, their life.
It's sort of like you don't need to have a club for parents, right? It's already here. So it was really good and it is really good. That's why I really appreciate the MPUE and like that program exists for so many years and improves actually.
I think because it's a great combination of learning experience and having fun, and it's an opportunity for kids to get together again, and that's what I've really enjoyed about the program for the last many years, since MPUE's really been so organized, and they have events for like grade 6 camp, grade 5 legislature, so these kids get to see each other from the various Ukrainian bilingual programs, and then grade 7s have an activity now, and then they go venture to Vegreville. They just they're bonding together for 4 days, and we get them singing and just having a lot of fun, and at the same time they're learning things that I think really make them appreciate not only being Ukrainian but being Canadian too.
Favorite field trip is probably Vegreville, the one we did a few weeks ago. We got so many opportunities in Alberta, so we learned so much new information. The heritage village we went to, it was great.
Shortly after MPUE was started, Osvita came about, and the reason for that was there was some funding available in the early days of Manitoba Parents for Ukrainian Education, but the founders at that time were concerned that the funding would not always be there, so they wanted to have a fund which could allow MPUE and the program to be sustained. So shortly in the early 80s, Osvita Foundation was founded. And it continues today and continues to help fund Manitoba Parents for Ukrainian Education, which then funds the program in the schools. With Osvita, what happens is every year we have an annual testimonial dinner, and that's our biggest fundraiser to make sure that we have the funding in place in the foundation to keep it going. We have a different school or schools entertaining at the banquet, so they all get to be showcased, as well as around the room and in the area that we're promoting, actually having the banquet. Their work is being shown, their writing, their reading, their artwork is being shown, and what they have accomplished throughout the years.
The partnership that has existed over all this time between Manitoba Parents for Ukrainian Education and the school divisions has been wonderful, and it's because of the advocacy of the Manitoba Parents for Ukrainian Education and the support of the various school divisions that our program continues to thrive and flourish.
We try to organize as much as possible, get them hands-on activities, get them out from the school to see the community. We invite them to the different events in the community, and we are more like building that relationship with community.
Our mission is to enhance, expand, and promote the English-Ukrainian Bilingual program throughout the province. So it's it's a good mission to have. We work hard to make sure that the students get the best experience.
If you want to become involved in your child's education, this is the opportunity to do so. Like I said before, there's always a chance to walk through the school door and have those conversations. The conversations that are had around this table are more detailed, more strategic, more forward-thinking. If you want to be part of change and growth, then for sure this is the organization to be part of. I mean, the ancillary part for me, the side bonus that just happens naturally, is just being in the know of what your kids are doing in the classroom.